the real problem here is that there are dancers that are willing to sell themselves out and then bring other innocent people in.
Hi beautiful people, hope everybody is doing well. Happy Wednesday, hump day as they call it. Let's start off with some good news. First of all, congratulations to Miss Emily D. Baker for reaching 200,000 on her YouTube channel. That is absolutely amazing. And I know that she's been waiting such a long time for this, and it has finally happened. I am so happy for her. Congratulations, Emily. And can I just say, I'm a nobody, I'm just here giving my 2 cents and calling out KJ most of the time. And I actually reached out to Emily D. Baker yesterday because my baby girl is actually, I can't believe it, I'm getting old, you guys. I am truly getting old. My baby girl is actually looking at colleges, and from the time she was in 3rd grade, she always said to me, she says, Mom, I'm going to be a lawyer, I'm going to Harvard. And she has stuck with that all this time. So finally, I cannot believe the time has come, and she's still so passionate about doing law. So she was looking at colleges yesterday. Well, some of the colleges came to their school yesterday, and she visited like 6 different colleges. And I cannot believe, the enthusiasm, the drive she has it, and I'm so proud of her that she's stuck with it, and she's so passionate about it. So yesterday, as we were driving home, she says, Mom, can you please ask Miss Emily if she can give me any suggestions what I should be looking for when I'm researching colleges, so I know what to be on the lookout for, which would be the best college to suit what I want to do, and that is law. So I said, absolutely, Mama, I definitely will. And I reached out to Emily, and she was so gracious, and she responded. And my daughter was so ecstatic because that is exactly the path that she's on, what she's doing. So she is absolutely hyped up. So at the end of the day, Emily is an absolutely amazing person. She doesn't owe me a damn thing, but it just goes to show how she's willing to help people, So I am truly grateful for that. On my commute this morning, taking the kids to school, I was watching Nick Snyder's video. And as I'm watching, I'm literally sobbing. And my daughter looks at me and she says, Mama, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just fine. And she says, oh, why are you crying? So I started from the beginning and we watched. And now there's the 2 of us sobbing, just heartbroken for Nick. She says, Mom, I just want to reach through the screen and just give him a hug. I said, baby, I know we all want to do that at this point. And you guys, at the end of the day, everybody is going through something, something. And pain is pain, no matter what it is. We just got to be encouraging to each and all, be there for the next person. Even if you just reach out to Nick and send him a heart on his channel, or Miss Emily D. Baker, and just reach out and say how much you appreciate what she's done, or anybody else that you admire on YouTube, but especially in your everyday life, your family, your friends. Just now, as you're sitting there, just send that message to your parents, your brother, your sister, your cousin, or anybody, and just tell them you love them. It's not that hard. Now, we get into the negative Nancy. So before we get into that, please do not take what I say as fact. Feel free to do your own research and come to your own conclusion. So yesterday, Miranda actually came onto her Wilking Sisters 2 Instagram page, and she posted this.
Hey you guys, I just wanted to hop on really quick and address the date January 21st. It just keeps popping up. I know my mom has been stuck on January 21st, and a lot of you have been saying that I cut off all communication completely with my family. I just want to say that that is a complete lie. Has there been less communication? Yes, because we are going through a lot. But to say that I cut off complete communication is a lie. I have proof that we have spoken since that date. I have text messages, I have DMs, I have proof of phone calls, I have voice memos proving that we have talked. I wanted to continue moving forward with Wilking sisters. I wanted to continue that relationship with Melanie. But I just asked if she could give me a couple weeks just to collect my thoughts and kind of figure out how I could continue Wilking sisters, but on new terms. Because I also wanted to pursue, I was going into singing a little bit more. I also just moved in with James. So just figuring that out. And she was cool with it. She asked if it was okay to post, you know, a statement on TikTok. And I agreed. That sounded great. She posted it, just, you know, telling all of our fans that Miranda's going to be taking a little bit of time off. But yeah, I wanted to get it back together and, you know, post as usual. But I just wanted to, I have some notes of dates, exact dates that I communicated with my family. So last year I met my mom in person with James on July 1st, 2021. Her and I met, just her and I, August 3rd, 2021. Melanie and I met in person in West Hollywood. We had a Christmas show and Melanie came to the Christmas show. So we saw each other in person then. I FaceTimed Mel a couple weeks ago asking to meet up in person. Just her and I and James. James and I just flew to Michigan and talked to them March 9th. And also, my family is coming to LA on April 1st, and I would love to get together with them then. So, yes, there's a lot that my family and I need to work through, but I'm excited to just move past all of this. I just want to address that saying that we haven't communicated within the past year is a lie. We have communicated, and I believe that my family wants to move forward too. So, yeah, just wanted to give you guys that update. Thank you for all the support for James and I. Love you guys. Thank you.
Now I'm going to get into that a little bit later, but let's just go ahead with Negative Nancy and see and read what she had put out. Without a crystal ball, Miranda's latest statement. The December 28th meeting with Melanie, we were told was not a meeting. May and others have said Melanie was not allowed to speak to Miranda at the event. Now pay attention to something, you guys. No more, Melanie said. Now it's the family friend. So clearly, in my opinion, she's saying that Miranda is lying. So off the back, Katie Joy is convinced that Miranda has no say in her life. She is brainwashed. She has been told what to say. So whatever she is saying is lies. Regarding January 21st, 2020, the Wilkings were clear that they met with Miranda to talk to her about the group and why they believed it was a cult and dangerous. They say that Miranda acted fearful and told her parents they wouldn't understand. First time I'm hearing that. Maybe I haven't kept up. Maybe it's been said before. So now that, in my opinion, since Katie Joy has established in her mind that this is a cult, now she is mentioning that the Wilkings family said when they met Miranda, she looked fearful. Regarding the cops, multiple people have stated, and the Wilkings, that they called the cops because they were fearful about Miranda being potentially kidnapped by an organization. Now let me play the clip of you that Miranda posted on her Instagram, Wilking Sisters 2, of her speaking to the police officer. And here goes.
Not upset, but they're definitely concerned. My understanding of this is that I guess you were supposed to go to Michigan today?
Yes. So my grandfather passed away not too long ago, and
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. And his funeral is this coming up week. And I just chose not to go home just out of my own grieving purposes. And they're not taking it very well at all. And they're kind of flipping out. So I'm so sorry. I am totally fine.
Okay. So we're like about 9/10 the way of making you a missing person. Is there any possibility we can come meet you and just make sure you're okay and everything's all right?
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Now this is a totally, what Katie Joy has said here is that Miranda being potentially kidnapped by an organization. The last story I heard, which she reported, was somebody did make mention this Tero or something like that, this person, and she said this is completely false. That person, Dextero, is quite credible. So why is Katie Joy out here trying to discredit people because she didn't have that story first? I was told James's name was brought up in context that Miranda became part of the group through him, not that he kidnapped her. So only now you want to mention it, Katie Joy? Not when you first broke the story, when you had contact, or should I say when you were in contact, because in my opinion, it doesn't look like you are in contact with the Wilkings anymore. But as you said, you're just giving them space. But anyway, regarding the TikTok account, I believe either Melanie or someone else said last week that she wanted to prevent 7M from gaining access to an account that the two of them worked so hard to establish. The blocking her in sounds very odd to me. Katie Joy, even if a young man was helping an old woman crossing the street, that would fucking look odd to you. Because obviously you don't have the critical thinking that you advocate for. You would take that as something totally different. And we all know where your mindset goes to instantly. Let's move on. Why are they focusing so much on cutting off family when there are so many other issues with 7M and the Shins? You spread the misinformation, Katie Joy, that these people have cut their families off. How many people have come forward and said they still speak to their families? Concrete, Miranda, Kendra, but those are the only three at the top of my head that have complained about that they can't even post. Concrete, I showed you my previous video, posted that he's too scared to post his family because of what may happen because Katie Joy is posting addresses. I have not been hired by the Wilkings and I am not associated with them other than a handful of conversations via DM. This is true, though again, I don't know how this is relevant. Thoughts. Oh, bitch, I have thoughts. But let me finish with this. You took it upon yourself, okay? Katie Joy took it upon herself to assemble a fucking team. For what? For what? For adults that had made a choice to go with the management that actually preaches the gospel, that, in my opinion, have chosen to be there. Don't forget, these are young adults of age, old enough to make their own fucking decisions to where they want to be. So the first thing Katie Joy, when she DM'd this family, when she got hold of the story, she established herself that this is a cult. No, Katie Joy. The way I look at it, when I read all what's going on, Robert Shin is a con artist, in my opinion. That's all he is. So you've taken it upon yourself. And obviously, I don't think any of these people, maybe some of them are working pro bono, but some of them, I'm sure, are getting paid. And who's footing the bill, KJ? Obviously, you footing the bill because you're the rich person. You're the one that can brag how you can buy 2 Bentleys. Now you have this team you are so proud of. So proud of. What the fuck are you going to do? Because I am telling you right now, Katie Joy, you are putting these dancers in harm's way. You've already hurt them financially by going and getting their sponsors taken away from them. Same thing she did with the Duggars, Jessa Duggar. Same thing she does with everybody else, you guys. Katie Joy has hurt so many people by just leaning on her own understanding. Miranda is begging for Katie Joy to leave her and her family alone. You can pause and you can read these clips of Miranda begging for Katie Joy to leave her alone. She went and she took away their sponsors. She's contacting every sponsor that she comes across. Now, how does this make sense? According to Katie Joy, they are being paid for their work. First, the manager takes 40%, Then they got to pay rent of 20%. So by her going after the sponsors and letting them know not to sponsor these people, why is she taking their livelihood away? Why is she hurting them? Because at the end of the day, could these people, or one of them, or some of them, not be supporting their families, which she alleges that they're not in contact with, okay? Could one of them not be supporting their families with the money that they make? Example, Vic goes by it's Slavic on Instagram. She planted the seed of doubt in people's minds not to donate to his GoFundMe or his crowdsource page, where he's trying to raise funds for his dad that's fighting on the front lines in Ukraine. Why would Katie Joy do something like that? Do you know why? Because she's a bitter Betty. She is envious as fuck of people that do better than her. She is so cunning, manipulative, and sly, and spreads so much misinformation. From the start of her reporting on the story, she's changed the story 3 times. How is this okay? And let's not forget the type of people that follow her, that can bring harm to these people that are innocent, that are victims right now. Why is that okay? I've showed you in my previous videos where KJ's followers stalk people. I've showed you the picture of Robin from Sister Wives that's minding her own business and shopping, and people are taking pictures. Then you have one of the Duggar wives that's in a wheelchair, in a public space, fine. But why disrespect their privacy and take pictures from behind? That is the type of people that follow Katie Joy. Why is this okay? Why is she putting them in harm's way? She, at this point, is harassing and victimizing Miranda. Why? Why is the Wilkins family allowing this? KJ was the one to say she has spoken to India Oxenberg from the Nexium cult. And what did India tell her? India told her the best way to get to these people is for them to realize on their own that what they are going through is not normal. Why is KJ not respecting that? She is harassing Miranda and James at this point, in my opinion. Katie Joy, you need to stop. Do I need to assemble a team to expose you for the con artist that you are? Because this is becoming dangerous, in my opinion. This young lady is fighting, begging you to leave her and her family alone, to let them sort out their family issues. But you have taken it 10 steps further. Go after Robertson all fucking day long. A con artist is a con artist. And that's how I recognized you as a con artist. Let this family be. Let them sort their shit out the way they want to sort it out. Stop hurting these victims, Katie Joy. Why would you go ahead and state that in your team you have even hired security? What the fuck you need security for when you don't even leave the comfort of your home? Because of people like Nat, that in my opinion, I think you had a hand in. And until things went sour and she retaliated. Just my opinion, I'm looking into that too. I'm sorry, you guys, I don't have the time to get things done in the manner in which Katie gets things done. I have a life, I'm raising my kids. But when you exploit people the way KJ exploits people, in my opinion, that is fucked up. One example that's so publicized on how she hurts people. research the lawsuits with TATI Westbrook. I will leave the playlist of Emily D. Baker. I'll even find the playlist for Nate the Lawyer and UNCIVIL Law, which I'm hoping and praying by now he got his channel back, because that's another fucked up story. You be the judge. You make up your mind yourself. You yourself, whoever is going to come and leave a negative comment and take up for Katie Joy, you go and watch those videos yourself and you be the judge. I'm even going to leave a link to TATI Westbrook's video when she came back to YouTube after, I think, about a year, and how this whole thing devastated her. That without a crystal ball had a hand in. Katie Joy is taking things way too far. The lies are getting out of hand. The misinformation she's spreading is getting out of hand. So that's it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate you. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and the notification bell so be notified each time I upload. That's it for me for now. Please be safe out there. Be kind to one another and make good memories. Bye, guys.